Hey guys, this is 8cap24 bringing you another defensive play to help stop a certain scheme that we're seeing a lot online right now. The scheme is called Pistol Bunch Tight End. It's found in the Saints playbook. I'm not sure if it's in any others, but I know that the Saints have it and it's on a lot of custom books. There's a lot of people that are using it, the top 100, top 200 that I've faced. They're having a lot of success with it, and to be honest with you, it's a kind of a headache of a scheme to stop it because it attacks you in all different levels. So let me just kind of show you the plays that they're using and how we're going to stop it with the same setup. I'll try to make this video a little bit quicker than that I've done in the past because it might get a little bit lengthy. But the way this scheme works is a lot of people use the strong power to the right, the halfback counter to the left, and they go ahead and use this flood, this tight end route, and they throw the ball off the break on the corner rather than on the post on a quick hitter. They also use this fake screen. That's that inside slot guy does the trail route, and they hit that for a quick gain. And then they also use this PA fork play that they hit the inside of the three bunch there on the big post down the middle, and they come back with this verticals to try to hit you a little bit deep if you're running any cover 2 or trying to split the safeties there. So that's what they're running. And tell you what, a lot of people have had a lot of success for it, and I want to show you a little bit of what I'm doing right now. I got burned by it by one opponent, and I went and labbed it, find something that can consistently beat this whole scheme and force them out of their game. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be something that all these stock plays aren't going to be able to beat, and they're gonna have to make the adjustments. And the guy I played last time, I think he was ranked in like 120 or something like that. He did it for 10 plays, and then I forced him out of this formation because he couldn't get anything in his first 2 drives. And it's kind of funny to see somebody get exposed because after they didn't have their go-to formation and run the same thing all game, the guy literally had nothing to go to, and he got very, very frustrated. And it's because we were able to stop this and basically do it. If you look on my play art on the left here, it's the wall stunt play that stops it. I'm going to show you the adjustments on it, but I did it for 10 times that game, and he had negative 1.9 yards allowed. So that was the success that I've had with this play, and I kind of brought this in for that. So basically, on the play, it's the 4-6 bear. It's called wall stunt. You're going ahead and flip it at the line of scrimmage. It looks familiar, right? We've learned this, and basically I've used this play in the past. And I'm going to go ahead and call that play. I'm going to start off with playing against the strong power, and then kind of do it from there and show all the runs and all the passes. Okay, I'm going to do a similar setup with the base line and show blitz. We're going to take true font here though, and we're going to take him and put him about equal distance between that linebacker to the left of him as the linebacker is to the next guy over, and put him on a blitz. I do want to get a little bit wider just to be safe, so he doesn't hit this. And this is going to be the same setup we use for everything, guys. Then we're going to go ahead and do pass commit as well, and we're going to do this for a couple of reasons. It's going to set up for every single play that people are beating us with this popular formation, and I want to make sure that you guys see that it's the same formation across the board. I tend to feel that the strong power is easier to stop than the halfback counter, so what I do is the user guy you're going to be using is this free safety. I like to pinch him a little bit to the left because that's where the halfback counter typically goes stock, is towards the bunch side on the left hand side. And then with this blitzing cornerback on the right over here, he's going to force the run to be inside. So that's why you're going to take this guy and you want to clean up right around this area. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the play real quick and show you kind of how it's going to work. And you read that it's run, go right there. And a lot of the times what's going to end up happening is, because of all the movement of all the linemen, a lot of times he gets stuck on the backs of those players, and it kind of gets jammed at the line, and sometimes you'll have to make the user play, but most of the time you don't. You're just playing cleanup. We'll run this one more time here and kind of see, kind of how that That's a typical play of how it works. There's just no running room because of the way this formation is set up, and the way that it ends up working there. Okay, so that is the strong power. That is very typical results of how that happened. I want to try to move through this video a little bit quicker. Next thing was the halfback zone. It's a play that goes in the middle. We're going to go ahead and do the same setup here. This play doesn't even work on against this formation, mainly because of the way it's set up with the 3 hogs in the middle. Move this guy to the left. Gonna go ahead and throw it here, and I mean it's just shut down. I mean, if he tries to go through that play because you sees that you're covering the outsides, that play will not give him any success on your opponent. What I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get out of that. That was just a quick show to show that one. That one isn't even worth going over because that is such a play that will be shut down. So here's the halfback counter. Let's go ahead and do our wall stun here. Flip it. Let's do our setup. Alright, put this guy over here. Now, I want to kind of show you this. I feel like is the most vulnerable play out of all the plays as far as stopping the run. Okay, it's going to be by design to go to the left. A lot of people like to keep this outside. That's where you get most of your success from. What ends up happening is this one linebacker right here, Bierman, is going to get up the field. He's going to force the play inside. So that's a big plus for us because basically, if you look at the left tackle and the left guard, they're going to block down on our other 2 guys while the other 2 guys pull. So this is going to force it inside. What you really want to do, and that's why I stay a little bit here, you want to get a little bit low enough to not get in the traffic of these receivers and try to force the play back into traffic. Okay, what a lot of times happens is this Trufant, because he's on it, he gets backside and he'll hit the running back because it's such a slow developing play before he gets to the line to either tackle him or slow it down enough to where we get pursuit. So let's go ahead and kind of show it to you. And that was kind of the best of both worlds there. They didn't get a hand on Massaquoi. I'll kind of show you how it worked. This is right here, Bierman, the guy I was going to tell you it. I'm going to explain what I said before. These guys are going to block down here, the guard and the tackle. Bierman's going to get up the field, and he's going to force this play. You can't go outside here. This happens every single time, okay? And Massaquoi, basically right here, he was able to get underneath that one first block. He does that about 50 to 60% of the time, and because if you look at the pulling guard there has to go get Bierman, Massaquoi is able to get underneath and go and beat that guy right to the hole. So that is the best case scenario as far as how it does. I'm not going to lie to you and say that happens every single time. I know this is a video and I want to make sure that you guys understand everything, but that does happen, and it does happen pretty often, but not every single time. So basically, let's go ahead and run it again. And you can see there what I was talking about earlier. He has to cut it inside due to the fact that Bierman is getting there. And the fact that that happens, I do that all the time, sorry guys. Let's show this again. The fact that that happens, I don't know what's going on, it's getting late. Okay, so the fact that that happens right here, he gets up the field and gets that. Look at the backside cornerback I was talking about. He gets to that hole untouched. If you see me as the free safety, all I'm doing is filling gaps, guys. I'm not trying to take on tacklers. I'm trying to go where they're not. And it allows Trufant to get the first hit on him, and then it frees up my guys to kind of do the cleanup. Alright, so that's how that shuts that down. Okay, now that you see that it shuts down the run plays, you're already ahead of the game there. The biggest play that I feel that they like to go to, because it's really tough to stop, is this flood route. Okay, this flood play. Looking at that corner post route. Go ahead and pick that play. Do our setup. Okay. Make sure that you pass commit. Okay, so put it right there. Put him where he's at. Now, the nature of this play and why I like the way this is, and I picked this formation to stop it, is if you look at Graham, he is directly above him is a lineman. he will not get a free release ever on this play. That lineman will bump him, sometimes better than others. Sometimes he'll bump him all the way in about a yard and throw him way off his pattern. Sometimes he'll bump him just enough to where this yellow zone is in perfect position for that cut. And by the time the pressure gets there, he has no throw. So let me go ahead and show it to you right here. I'm not going to do anything defensively. I'm just going to put him on the free safety, the guy that I told you, move him over here. And we're going to try to get this to Graham here. Gets that bump, and well, that time he got there. Normally that play is not something that can get open. So let's go ahead and try this again here. But you can see where the coverage is there. My guy just didn't make the play on it. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here, and see Graham get bumped off the line. My guy got in that time, so the ball wasn't able to be thrown, but I want to show you where it works, where my guy's in position and makes the play, because the first time it didn't do that. So let's go ahead and gets bumped off the line. And that is the reason why we put this guy on the blitz where he is. He doesn't usually get the ball off, but I do want to make sure that we go ahead and show you in case he doesn't get to the quarterback. And maybe I'll put him in a little bit just in case. That's the one time, if you put him in close enough, he does get hung up sometimes. So I'm doing it on purpose so he doesn't get to the quarterback, and see if I can get that ball to Graham. Gets bumped off the line. Alright. So this overpower blitz obviously is going to make it tough for him to throw, even when I'm trying not to sack the quarterback at this point. But I do want to do the setup each time. And so let's make sure okay, let's just make sure I pass commit. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this play. Okay, and it does the bump, and that guy's right there. Okay, so that's definitely something that will frustrate him, that he's expecting. That is a timing route. It's one of those things that they've expected the guy to get a free release. They expect him to be open because they have had success on it, and that's where that guy gets. Okay, so we're going to cover that route. The rest of the routes on here are going to be covered by already existing players. X is going to be covered by that deep blue, and the Y is going to be covered and by that outside linebacker. B will be open for the flat, but I'm going to give that up all day long. Alright, if they want to do this and get 3 all the way down the field, be my guest. They're going to get rid of that very, very quickly. Alright, so that's really the only thing that's going to be open on this setup for this play. So let's go ahead and look at the next play. And what I'm going to show you is the fake screen. And this is the route that I was telling you before is predicated on that trail route. I just want to make my setup. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to blitz True Font, just for demonstration purposes. Then we're going to blitz them so you can see it. Okay, demonstration purposes, we're not going to blitz them, so we at least have some time to throw the ball. This B route is the guy that we're looking at and showing how well it gets covered. Alright, so basically right here is where they want to throw it. And if you see it, some other people got in, but if you see it, let's go ahead and just do our setup right again real quick. And let's see it here. Okay, that's the only spot they can throw it, and they have to thread the needle, and he still doesn't hold on. Because if you look at it, right here, he does this route right here, and this guy is right here, Massaquoi. If you look at that angle, he can't throw it there, so he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. He's drifting right now. He has to throw it, and this is kind of a blind, throw right here. I made it, and most people wouldn't throw this ball. You know what I'm saying? I still made it just because of for purposes, and I just thread the needle between the two guys, right? And then that guy who's in the middle linebacker position is actually a strong safety. He kills him. Okay, that's without setting the pressure. Setting the pressure, you're going to basically not give him the ability to get that ball off at that timing that he wants, and sit in the pocket like he thinks he's gonna. But at the same time, I wanted to show you that even if he doesn't get in, that play is covered by those two guys. So we go ahead and do this, And that's the other thing, if you guys watch on this play, it's a fake screen. Watch what Drew Brees does on this play stock. He does the pump fake left. Right, that just gives that extra second for that DB to get in. He's crushing him, and you're still, this is where you get when you get hit. There's nowhere to throw this ball, guys. He's done, you know, and that's going to be a rude awakening for your opponent. Okay, so that's the fake screenplay, how this play works against that. Let's go ahead and show you the PA fork. And the PA fork is right here at A. What I alluded to earlier was that it's going to go to that middle receiver in which he is doing the post over the middle. And this is really why we user this guy. Right? They basically go ahead, if they try to get to this post, this is the one guy you're going to need to cover. So the great thing is this blitz gets in. This blitz tears up this quarterback and you don't have to worry about it. If they slide protect and they go ahead and they block both their mass protection of their tight end and their running back, it will buy them just enough time to throw this ball. And that's why you want to make sure that you can use that guy and he is your sole responsibility. This guy right here will do a good job of making sure you can't throw a low pass, a bullet pass too much. You're going to have to, you know, time it a little bit better and throw it over the middle. So you have that going for him. But this is the guy, this is your play, this is the guy that you want to cover, and you're just going to have to be honest with you, make a play and do it. I like to run and knowing that this guy's doing that I like to right underneath him and basically cut it off as he's going. I'm underneath him to make the play. If I'm over the top of him, he's got the angle, so I like to play it low. So basically, I'm going to keep this here, not know what it is, and I'm just not going to throw it, not do anything. Just watch where the heat comes. Okay, the guy's done. All right. So let's do it to where the guy doesn't get in somehow, you know. And let's do slide right, and let's block Graham. Let's take off the play action. All right, this is basically everything they can do to avoid this, right? And we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Let me see who the player is. Why? Okay, so I'm not gonna hike it. And I didn't do really anything but leave the quarterback there, but you can see that the pocket closes pretty quickly there. Let's go ahead and I'm not going to control my defender. I'm just going to let the computer do it. Alright, so I'm leave my guy there. I'm going to do the slide protect. Let's see here. Slide right. I'm going to block my tight end, block Thomas. And I'm just going to try to complete this past the Y and show you why your free safety is the one guy you need to do is to cover this Y route. So I'm going in here and I'm trying to I am trying to escape that guy. Even with slide protection, guys, look what happened here. Alright, he comes inside this time, loops around, and it's not even fair the way he comes around that ball. Okay, so I'm going to try to show it one more time with the slide protection to where I got the wrong controller here. Oops. Alright, slide protection here, slide right, block both those guys. Let me set up this defense. Alright, and like I said before, I'm not controlling the defense, I'm just trying to get this ball off. I'm trying to get it to Y. Alright, so didn't get it off really. Tried, broke the tackle, but I want to go ahead and at least show you the instant replay to show you why that's your responsibility. Okay, so look, the guy comes through again on that angle, slips right through there. Alright, but that's not the reason why I'm showing it this. At this point, I'm showing it to you because this is your man right here. Number 10, Brandon Cooks, he's getting covered by Massaquoi. He doesn't have any ability to make this play, right? So there it is. That's your man. You can see right now, it's a tough throw. even though this guy's not is already getting draped because of where that linebacker position is, which is actually the strong safety. And you have to throw this ball right when he does, right about here. Okay, so it will be open. It'll be the only guy open. And that's why I want to say that that's your responsibility with the free safety, knowing the pattern, jumping the pattern. I still threw it under duress, and it wasn't even close. But you can see he does get open if you don't cover him manually. So that's your man, guys. Man up. So that's what it works. But at least to your credit, you may not even have to touch him, because more likelihood than not, this blitz is going to get in, and this blitz is screaming. If they don't make any adjustments, you know, basically they are in for a rude awakening with this, and they're just done. Okay, so that's basically how to stop that play. And the last play I want to show you real quick is verticals. Verticals basically is a very similar play without the play action, and that's a play where a lot of people try to do it to do a quick hitter to that A receiver, or go ahead and try to beat cover 2 because of the vertical scheme of being able to spread out that defense. But if you can see here, without any adjustments, go ahead and just do, and I'm going to go ahead and not play the defense, just put my guy on there, and if you try to hit right away, if you try to throw to B right away, you can't. Okay, because that guy's playing middle coverage. So I'm just trying to go through the options that they may have. If they try to wait for Y, they're not going to have enough time by the time he will be open with true font coming down your back, right? So that's, again, your man. And I was trying to explain that earlier. He is your man at all times. I'm not playing defense right now, but if you see how quickly he had to get the ball off, any play on this thing, see, Trufant's coming in, he has to throw this quick. That's why I said don't worry about any other man in this formation except for him, and he's doing that route right there, and they're going to have to throw it off really, really quickly. And he's your man. So that's why I cheat. It's a pass play. I don't care about anyone else on the field but that guy. So that's the way they're going to have to try to combat it. And so let's try this one more time and set this in here like this. Again, I'm not playing defense. I'm just putting it on him. I'm actually playing offense here. And if they have to let it go a little bit further, and they're trying to do it the way they're trying to, he gets hit. Most of the time, you'll get that first sack, and they try to make the adjustments by doing the quick throw, and that's when literally, that's why when I told you earlier, I always shade to the left a little bit, because again, not only is it for the fact that it stops that counter a little bit better, it always puts you in a better position to cover this guy. So I like to be right about there, and all I'm doing is looking at, one, is it run? If it's not run, I got one responsibility on the field, is to cover that Y route. And so right here, I notice it's not run, so I cover that Y route right here, right? Just underneath them, and I didn't set anything really up there. I was just trying to show you that what it is. So really, that, guys, that's it in a nutshell. Hopefully this will help you with any of those players that you're playing that's using this. And I said it's actually really satisfying when you're able to go ahead and take him out of his element and force him to do different things. So again, this is AntCap24 bringing you another video, defense side of the ball. Appreciate your time, guys.